Hi, it's Mrs. Greno. I am in Module 1. So you have worked through all the lessons in Module 1. So it's really important that, again, using those support videos that are going to be in the beginning of every module, going back and forth as you work through a lesson, taking notes in and reading each page and doing the practice problems, that you use these help videos as needed. So you've gone through the lesson, you've done the quiz, you finished up with 1.06 comparing functions, and you've now completed the practice test. So the practice test is what we will use for the discussion-based assessment. So when you get to 1.08, you can see that as it loads the discussion or the directions that are listed there. So this is an opportunity for you and I to talk over the phone. So it is something that we do need to either talk on the phone or I give students the option to meet on Blackboard Collaborate, our online class or something similar to that. Or if it does work out for students with my office hours, which are only on Wednesdays typically from 1 to 3, you can come into the lab and do it in person. What I do is we have this discussion. I want to make sure that you've learned everything you need to move on to the test and be prepared for the final. So that means that you need to make sure that you have taken notes on every lesson. And then we're going to use the practice test. So you're going to actually go into your grade books. You're going to go into your grades, which you want to be doing on a regular basis. Click on your grades, looking over your scores, clicking on any score that's not a 100 and making sure you see your mistakes or what you got wrong and read my feedback. But we will, as we talk on the phone, go over this 1.07 practice test. So we'll go over all your questions. Even if you get 100%, I definitely want to have you be able to explain problems to me. I want you to feel comfortable, though, to know that obviously I'm here to help you, so the expectation is not that you necessarily can answer every single question that's asked of you, but to get full credit on the discussion-based assessment for my courses is that you do need to come prepared. So for example, 1.02, which is a spot where a lot of students have questions or get problems wrong, when I say, how do you find the inverse of a function? So maybe you got the inverse function problems wrong. You may still be confused or not understand that, but again, you're now going back into your notebook while we're talking and looking and telling me what you wrote in your notes. That's that effort and that preparedness that I want to see. And then we can work through that, and I can make sure that you understand how to use those steps or those notes that you've taken to get the correct answer. The other thing then to be prepared the most for all your discussion-based assessment, and again, this is because you can use this on the final exam, is make sure, and I can't stress this enough, every time I talk to you, I remind students, get a printed copy of this lesson summary packet. So again, it is a PDF. When you open it up, it is 28 pages, but you are able to, if you can print it back to back, right? Or if you need help getting a printed copy, you can definitely let me know. But as we talk about the discussion-based assessment, so if you're still working on note-taking, or you just want to make sure you're fully prepared between what you wrote and what's in the lesson summary, you can refer back to that. So going back to that inverse question, right? How do you find the inverse? So you're like, ooh, I don't know. I'd be like, okay, well, flip open your lesson summary packet, look at 1.02 and read me through the steps. So that way I'm kind of modeling how you should be using your notes, right? So as you get this question, okay, here's my 4 steps. That's great, but you want to make sure you probably also have an example written down so you know how that works out as you're doing a problem from start to finish, okay? So that's that lesson summary packet. With your discussion-based assessment then, again, when you go to submit it, usually after our phone call, I'll usually just submit your score right away. Again, if you're prepared and you kind of work with me and we work through any mistakes you've made in that module, you're good to go. But again, the easiest way for this is to either text me, if you can text me to set up a time that works for both of our schedules. You can call me directly, we can talk and figure out a time that works, or you can email me and we can set up a time, again, just letting me know that you are to 1.08, you're ready to do your discussion-based assessment, and then we'll go from there. So hopefully that helps just make you feel prepared for what's coming up and what the discussion-based assessments will be for each module. And they're so important because it gives an opportunity for me to talk to you and then really give you that extra support and make sure that, again, my goal is for you to earn your math credit and feel completely prepared coming in to take that final exam at the end of the course.